Wow, that was some game. Are you kidding? Well, I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I had to leave for javelin practice.
Javelin practice? Have you been outside? When did you stop watching the game?
Yeah, first intermission. Why, did I miss anything? They did what?
Leafs lose 4-3 to the Atlanta Thrashers in overtime, and I think I actually feel sicker, Leafs, so thanks a lot for that. But judging by the Leafs play after the first period, it looks like they could use a cold remedy too.
I prescribe more cowbell and less suck.
This isn't really good analysis, but what was going on out there? 3-0 after the first, Leafs are looking good, but it's their second game in as many nights, and I start seeing all the puzzle pieces fall together, and I don't like what I think is about to happen. And sure enough, break out the mental gas mask, people. It's another EBF epic brain fart. And in this game, you see something the Leafs have done since I was born. When they need to, when they're motivated, when they're mad, they can actually play like a very good hockey team. They'll be skating down the ice, they'll be forechecking, they'll be stick handling, they'll be passing tape to tape, and Rocky music will be playing in the background, and it'll be great to watch. But after they've played like that for a little while...
Okay, we got the lead. That's good. I'm going to Tim's.
And after a while, it just all falls apart. And last year in one of my videos, I said Leafs fans were a lot like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now I'm starting to think it's the team. And I know what you're thinking.
Come on, dude. Back-to-back nights. They gotta be tired.
No, I know. I absolutely agree with that. That's 100% true. But were you guys seeing the same mistakes I was? I think the physical exhaustion had something to do with, some of the tripping and hooking penalties they were taking in the second half of the game. But everything else I was seeing were mental, brain farts. Defenseman pinching too far up, getting caught out of position, wild passes. Guys, these are not the characteristics of a good hockey club. One of the biggest questions I have is, why was Toskala in net? 4 goals the night before in a relatively short amount of time, and tonight he's getting worked over by the Thrashers, and he lets in a couple softies, he's out of position. At what point do you go, you know what, he probably shouldn't be in net? I would take a deep breath and calm down, but I can't breathe through my nose right now. Now granted, most of the trouble the Leafs were having came from Mr. Kovalchuk.
Captain Kovalchuk, I suppose I should call him now.
The guy had over half a dozen shots on net and potted 2 goals and really made a lot of the Leafs look dumb out there. And Shen was on him all night. This is in no way Shen's fault in my opinion. I wonder if all the Shens are that good. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. I guess to get somewhat of a positive out of this game, you can still look at our young guys, again, like Shen, and Talusti and go, they're getting better, and I guess that's part of a rebuilding team. Talusti's got 4 assists over the last 2 games. Didn't look quite as good tonight as he did the night before, but as Ron Wilson said after the Carolina game, he's starting to actually look like an NHL player, which is great. I remember a couple years ago when he was drafted, he was considered to be a steal in the first round at that time, and I hope that stays true. But I am very done with this game. To lose 4-3 in overtime after having a 3-0 lead in the first period, I'm done. My question of the game comes from the Top Prospects game. Guys, did you watch it, and what did you think? And I'm not just talking about JT's injury. I want to know what you thought about some of the prospects in that game. Because, hey, no matter what side of the tank argument you're on, you're going to want to pay attention to these guys in the next couple months. Give me a prospect from each CHL league, and hey, I'll be really impressed. See you later.